Hey, what is up guys, Bloodzealous, and welcome back to another building tutorial. Today, we are doing a lighthouse, and I'm missing an arm because apparently 1.7 or 1.8 shaders are really buggy. So I'm missing an arm and I look like a demon ghost lord. But hey, we're gonna build a lighthouse today. So that's cool. Yeah, let's do that. So the story behind this build is I was just messing around on a server that someone gave me, and I decided to try this that I had seen. I've never seen a video done on this, so I thought one needed to be done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I thought I would go ahead and do this. So first we're just gonna build ourselves a little bit of a base here, which is gonna be a circle. And this is a pretty cool build actually. It's one of the, I tweeted a picture of it a long time ago. It's actually one of my favorite builds that I've ever done. And I'm gonna put some screenshots at the end of the video showing what it can really look like if you do a good job. Because obviously building it here on a flat world is not gonna be as nearly as impressive as if you were to build it and like on an island. And I'll show you some screenshots of what I did with this when the time comes. But right now we're just going to go ahead and build it how it is. So that is the plan here. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna build ourselves this circle with stone brick, and then we're gonna do some sort of stairway design. That's just to get ourselves started. And then we're gonna go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this should be 7 high total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That might be 8. Should be 7. See, the problem with shaders is I don't have any lines to go with. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. Okay. I don't have any lines to work with because it just doesn't it doesn't select the individual block, which is really annoying. So, anyways, you're gonna build that entire ring up to 7, and we will continue from there. Okay, so we have something looking like this, and to go from here, we're going to turn some stairs inwards here, not upside down, but inwards like this. This is going to give us what is going to eventually be our doorway. Obviously, I'm not going to focus on the inside here, but I just want to show you how we're going to go ahead starting our doorway. It's going to have dark wood, dark oak, what did they even call this? Dark oak, like so, and we'll put the door in the front. I always talk about how I put doors in the back. Today we'll put it in the front because we already have this shape here with the stone brick. So we have that, and then we can complete our circle, and there's your start. What we're going to do now is take some stone slabs, half slabs to be exact, and go ahead and throw these on the bottom. What I am gonna do is if this video here gets 200 likes, I wanna release my build world. I've done it before, but it was a long time ago, back when there weren't nearly as many builds. So if this video gets to 200 likes before the next building video, which will either be a tutorial or a building challenge, I will release this beautiful world, which has pretty much every build I've ever done on my channel, minus some. And I think that will be cool. So if you guys want that, make sure to leave a like if you do enjoy. So here's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna start at the top half of this block, and we're gonna throw that down in there. And now we get to do some fun stuff. So let me go ahead and cut, and we'll get to the fun stuff. All right, here's where it starts to get a little bit complicated. But also this is what really makes the build as cool as it is. We're gonna start using black and white wool. Now you can also use black or red and white. It's completely up to you how you want to do your colors. And we're gonna start a little bit of a spiral here. So we'll come over to here, and you can start the spiral anywhere. So we're gonna start it right there. And we're going to put 1 block on there. We're gonna go up 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, that's how it's gonna work. Now, we want each of these pillars to be 5 high. So what I mean by that is this is 5 here. So the next one's gonna start 1 above that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next one's gonna be 1 above that, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The next one is obviously going to start down here, like that. It's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So that's gonna spiral all the way around the building. So I went ahead off camera and I built this orange ring here. This orange ring is 11 blocks above this layer right here. So if you were to start counting from that layer right there, you'd count up 1 all the way up to 11. This is the 11th block, all right? And this is gonna be the first layer of our lighthouse. This is just a guideline. We're gonna delete that later. But what you're basically gonna do is you're gonna continue this spiral pattern. You're now gonna do the same thing you did over there, and you're gonna start back here. So you're gonna go 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then again, you continue, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're gonna continue that spiral up until you reach this layer. And then everywhere where you don't have the black, you're just gonna fill it in with white. So I'll go ahead and show you what that's gonna look like here when you're done. And that'll be the first layer. One thing I didn't realize when I first designed this lighthouse is how big it actually is. This is a really big building. It's tall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would probably be kind of hard to build in survival, I'll be completely honest, but you could pull it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, it'd be a little bit of a challenge to build in survival. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna get every layer up to that. Everywhere where there's not black, there should be white. So you're gonna fill in the tops with white, like this. You're gonna fill in the bottoms with white, and obviously that spiral is gonna continue on the back as well. I'll go ahead and show you what it's gonna look like here when the first layer is done. Okay, if you did that right, you should have something that looks like this right now. What we're gonna do here, and this is a step I forgot to do earlier, is we're gonna come to the bottom half of the first block. We're just gonna surround the entire build with some stone brick slabs. Now this is going to give us just a little bit more depth because we really don't want this nice flat transition between stone and wool. That's kind of boring and looks terrible. And we're also gonna come back here at the end of the video, back to the base to do a couple things to fix that up, make it look a little bit better. So you have something like that going on. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to count down from here. So we have 1, 2, I think. So, nope, not quite. 2, like this. So you should have 2 blocks down, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and you're gonna throw in a window, like that. So again, 2 blocks right there, and then your window. And you're gonna do that on each side. So we have right there, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ignore the fact that sometimes you're gonna be in white, sometimes you're gonna be in black, sometimes you're gonna be in a combination of both. Doesn't matter. So we have 2 blocks and then 1, 2. Let me do that one more time here. What I was talking about when I said this is a big build, what we just did, we're going to do that 2 more times before we even get to the top. But it's gonna be a little confusing. And anyways, this is where it starts to get complicated. One thing we can do before we get onto the messy stuff here is we're gonna go ahead and just top all of this, top all this off with stone slabs. What I like about this build is there's a difference between a really good build and a really good build that fits what you want it to look like. And this build fit exactly what I was hoping for it to look like. I mean, to the T, it is what I was picturing when I wanted to build a lighthouse. And that's what I like about this build, is it just works. Whereas sometimes you'll have a really nice build, but it didn't really match the theme. Anyways, this is where it starts to get confusing because now we need to shrink it, but continue our pattern. So you see we are still supposed to be going up by 5, right? So we have, let's see, that's probably a bad wall to start on. Let's go over here first. You can see, well, it does the same over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're now using the inner ring that we put there before. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and now we're in the clear. Now we can go back to the pattern we were doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We can continue that pattern. We've shrunk it all in one layer, which is what we want. So again, we're over here, we have 5. The window is gonna be 4. So we have 5, and we have here, this is 3, 4, 5. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 4, 5, blah, 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 up to 5. And then this corner here should be on its own, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And now you can continue the pattern. Again, what we're gonna do is we're gonna count 11 blocks up and we're gonna throw in another ring that is going to be 1 smaller than this. And I'll get back to you when I have done that. Okay, we have got our ring in place. Now we can go ahead and do what we just did before. Repeat the entire process again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on both of these. We'll go ahead and I'll just do this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, you guys are really getting a counting lesson in this video. I hope if you've ever struggled with counting, I hope this video will help you out there, maybe fix you up a little bit. And you'll be a genius after this. So we're going ahead and we're gonna continue that until we get up to, of course, the orange layer, and then we'll stop, we'll fill in all of the white, and then we'll continue on to the next layer. So awesome, so we now have this. Again, what we're gonna do is we're gonna run around the top and cover everything in stone slabs, like so, stone half slabs. I don't even know what the point of this step is, I just know that it looks cool. That's 90% of what I build. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, but it does look kind of cool. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing 2 blocks down. So we have something like that. And I believe everything we just did, we're basically gonna do it one more time. But let me show you how to go about your next layer just to make sure there's no confusion. So we have 5 right here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that should be the 5th one. This is 1, 2, 3, because the bottom of this window is technically white, but the top of that window is black. So we have 1, 2, because that was 3. Then this is 2, so we're gonna put 3 up here. This is 1, so we're gonna put 4 up here. And then over here we have 5, just as we turn the corner. And I'll show you that one more time over here. When I first built this, it was really confusing. It's actually really easy now. I'm not having as much difficulty. So it looks like we have 5, and then here we have, it should be 4, I hope, yeah. 5, 5, 5, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one more time. Go ahead and I'm gonna build a ring up here that is, I believe, once more 11 blocks high. We're gonna do the same thing again, and then we are done with this whole building the tower itself. Now that you've built your ring, you can once again, I know you're really enjoying this, build up your rows of 5 until you hit the ring. This time though, once you hit the ring, you can stop as we have been doing in the past, and we're not gonna restart again. So we'll keep our rows of 5 going, fill in everything else with white. I think I trust you guys to even do the next couple steps on your own too. Once you've filled that in, you're gonna go, what do you think? 2 blocks down, break out your window, and you're gonna surround it all. Actually, don't surround it in that stuff yet. I think we have to do something else. But go ahead and break your windows out once you filled it all in. I trust that you guys can do that on your own, and I'll show you when it's done. Okay, now the next step, I'm gonna sort of freehand because I don't actually remember this step as well, how I did it. But we're gonna kind of just do our own thing here and see what we can come up with. So let's see, if we're going like that. No, what we're gonna do here, and again, I don't quite know what I'm doing this time, is we're going, not stairs, what the heck? We're going to come out on this layer, and we're going to surround it all in stone brick, like so. And then we are going to take all of that stone brick, and we're gonna bring it out 1. You can also fill in the center there with stone brick, but I'll do that off camera. Then we're gonna bring it all out 1, so we'll have this nice little circle. This is going to be the top, obviously, of the tower, and this is going to be where we keep the light. The light is kind of weird, I don't really know, because there's no like super bright lights in Minecraft that you can use for this, so it's a little bit harder of a step. Now what we can go ahead and do is on the underneath, we can throw in our upside down stairs. I forget how I'm gonna go about doing that part quite yet, but throw in your under the thing stairs like so, until you have that. I love breaking blocks in these shaders. You can probably put half slabs down there, that might work. I don't know quite how I did it the first time. I have like a rough screenshot of everything, but otherwise I'm mostly making this up as I go. Then we're gonna go one more time around this. We're gonna throw in the upside down stairs. I believe what I did here is we're gonna have, on these corner blocks, we're gonna have it face outside. So it's probably super bright, you can't see anything. But basically we have the corner blocks, so it's gonna face this way and this way. And then we're gonna go ahead one more, so outside, outside as opposed to inside and inside. Not gonna do that, we're gonna do outside, outside, and then we have something like that going on. And then, whoops, one more time. And that is the basis of the top of our thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this in with stone and figure out what we're doing next. So the first step we can do up here is the easy one. We're gonna go ahead and just surround all of this with a nice, what is this even called? Steel? Iron fence? Iron fence. Okay, let's try to put a block right here. Yep, okay, one right there, and then one right there, and one right there. That should give us a square, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, I'm kind of making this up from scratch. I remembered how I did everything else, but I don't remember how I did any of this. Okay, so let's try first just throwing in our glowstone. Wow, the glowstone on this shader pack is really bright. We're gonna do the glowstone in a diamond shape, so we basically have 4, 4, and 4, and 4. And now it's kind of just up to you how you want to go about decorating all of this. You can do kind of anything you want. I'm thinking like upside down, like this. And see, though, again, it's kind of looks weird because the entire building is circular, and then you get to this here, and it's a square. But at the same time, you're mostly viewing the lighthouse from the ground, and it looks really cool from the ground. So I'm not too worried. Also, the roof will give it a more circular feel when we do get to that. So what you can do now is go ahead and take like some white or gray glass. I guess I'll just use white for now. Some white stained glass, and we're gonna fill in all the windows, and then we'll get on to the roof. Now the roof is just going to be basically a product of experimentation. So I think what I'll do is bring it around like this, and we'll just do a nice kind of stereotypical sloped dark oak roof. I do want to do that cool thing that I've started doing now in the corners, where I drop down the corner, but let's go ahead and find the dark oak stairs, which are right here. We're probably gonna want that still. And all we are going to do is fill it in until we get to the top, and then we'll come up with something special that will look cool, I promise. I am gonna put a super cool flag on the top, so there's that, you know, because we all do love super cool flags. So we have that going on. This is our circular roof. I like that. See, that does match. And then we can go ahead here and we'll fill it in. And at this point, it doesn't matter what it looks like on the inside, so we can add the shape to the top. like that, and actually that's basically it. So we'll go ahead and break that out, because I think, can we place on that? No, so we will have to have that there. And now we're going to do a flag. So the way I like to do my flags, at least, is pretty generic, but I kind of like it. It's kind of fancy. So I'm going to use red and white just because those colors seem to symbolize me in some way. And we're just going to kind of, let's see, if that's the entryway down there, we'll throw the flag out to this side. We're gonna use red in the center. And so the red's gonna come out 2, and then we'll bring it out, break that, bring it out 1, 2, 3, and then we'll bring it back in for another about 1, 2, 3 or so. The white is gonna follow it on the top like this, but it's gonna come out 1 more, and then we're gonna have the white on the bottom. It's gonna follow it along the bottom like this, and it's gonna come in 1 less. So there you go, you have your flag shape, and from the ground, it looks very flag-like. So that's basically the lighthouse. That's the general idea of the lighthouse, and you now know how to build it. One thing I do down here is we actually are gonna have some windows. Again, I said I was gonna come back to this area so that we could work on it a little bit. We're going to, on each side, have windows that are 3 high. Now, from the outside, it looks like they're kind of high up, but also when you go on the inside, you have to remember the floor is gonna be at this level, so they're actually only 1 above the ground. I don't think you can see anything in here. So let me go put those windows in and then do a couple other things, and I'll show you what I did. Okay guys, that is the lighthouse. All I did was I went around and I first placed the windows. Then in each corner here, I just put 4 layers of the circular stone brick. I know you can't get that in survival, but if you're not building this in survival, it's a nice little touch. I did forget to do it on that corner, but we'll forget about that. And then I went ahead here and I added some cracked stone brick and mossy stone brick, because we always want that detail, right? Right, okay, so that is what I did. The interior, of course, is completely up to you, but that is how it goes. I'm gonna show some images now, just a couple screenshots I took when I built this on a server of what I did to it, because I had a nice convenient island to use, just so you can get a couple more ideas of how it can all look. That's about it. So I hope you did enjoy this build. If you did, please leave a like. Again, if we can get up to 200 likes, I will go ahead and dude, come on, learn to commentate. I will go ahead and put my building world up for download, so you can check out all that stuff too. So if you did enjoy, leave a like. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.